Hi, welcome to For Geeks by Geeks, a place where geeks come to geek out. I'm PK.
I'm Boser.
And today we're going to give our honest review of Lord of the Rings, Journeys of Middle-earth.
This review is brought to you by Secret Door Games, located downtown Elkhart, Indiana, at 215 Main Street. They provided the game, and we are proud to do a review for them. If you enjoy this game, or if you are interested, that's exactly where you can go find your own copy. You can buy it in the store, or you can go online to secretdoorgames.com.
Yes, and they're your premier location for all things board games, tabletops, RPGs, minis, Magic the Gathering, card games, all alike. So definitely head down there. They're incredible people. But for now, let's see what's in the box.
The Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth is a cooperative game for 1 to 5 players. During a game, a group of heroes embarks on perilous adventures, working together to explore and survive the vast and epic fantasy world of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. Throughout their journeys, heroes battle powerful foes, discover lost treasures, uncover forgotten lore, and customize their skills according to the role within their fellowship. As darkness is rising, unifying evil, shadow, and corruption, it is time for the heroes to take a stand and begin their journey in Middle-earth. Each game of The Lord of the Rings, Journeys in Middle-earth, is one adventure of a greater campaign. During each adventure, the heroes attempt to complete a series of objectives before they are overwhelmed by the evils of Middle-earth. To play the game, one player must download the free Journeys in Middle-earth companion app on a compatible device. The app determines the challenges and content that the heroes encounter during the game, from tile and token placement to enemy behavior. The app also allows the heroes to save their campaign, allowing them to complete it over the course of several gaming sessions. Each time the players begin an adventure, the Journeys in Middle-earth app fills the adventure with content from a host of many possibilities. The same adventure can vary in the size and layout of the map, the enemies and the allies that are encountered, and the events that plague the heroes, and a lot more. As a result, players can play the same campaign repeatedly and live a new story each time. The adventure is played over a series of rounds in which each hero has the opportunity to travel across the map to explore new regions, interact with searchable tokens and persons of interest, and attack the encroaching threats to your party. Each chapter of the campaign, heroes begin with a deck of skills cards based on their character and role within the Fellowship. As the campaign progresses, so does your hero, as well as the available skill cards within each individual skill deck. One of the main mechanics of this tabletop RPG is the test feature. Throughout the adventure, each hero will be asked to test one of their many attributes, including might, wisdom, agility, spirit, and wit. In most cases, the Journeys in Middle-earth companion app will determine which attribute you will test dependent upon the specific situation, whether it be an agility test to sneak up on an enemy camp, or a wit test to talk your way out of a duel with an orc. In the case of an attack test, your weapon of choice determines which attribute it relies upon to lay down the damage. When you are asked to test one of the hero attributes, success or failure of the test depends upon the cards within your skills deck. If you are playing as Bilbo and were asked to test his spirit, you would first check his spirit level and then flip over that many cards from your skills deck. In the upper left-hand corner of each card in your deck, you will either find a success symbol, a fate symbol, or no symbol at all. You'll pass the test if you are able to flip over the necessary number of success symbols, or if you're able to get fate on your side using inspiration tokens gathered throughout the adventure. Now, this was just a brief little summary on the gameplay in this massive game, but as you progress through the game, you'll encounter even a few other features we didn't cover, so if you'd like to know more, go pick up your own copy of Lord of the Rings, Journeys in Middle-earth, or head down to the super cool folks at Secret Door Games in downtown Elkhart, Indiana, and they'll be happy to walk you through it. But now, here's two handsome fellas with their quick ratings on playability and difficulty.
So if you enjoyed that review, or if you would like to see an entire playthrough of this game, you can find it here. We have played through the first tutorial campaign with a couple other friends, and so if you'd like to see more in depth on how the gameplay works and the basic rules of it, go ahead and check that out.
And our beautiful house rules.
Yeah, our rules-ish.
Yeah, rules adjacent.
So what's your overall thought of Lord of the Rings, Journeys in Middle-earth?
Okay, so overall opinions, I liked it. It had that kind of D&D, or what was it, RPG light. That's what you referenced to at one point. It's very RPG light in the sense that, you know, you'll make your character, it's all kind of predestined for you, but there is a campaign and you can play with friends.
And you can continue to level up as if you keep playing the campaigns. You can upgrade your gear and your equipment. You can, I think the lore points that you get throughout the game go towards those things, and so that's kind of cool. I really enjoy, like, all the minis are great. Anything with minis, of course, is like 10 times better than any other game.
It really, it increases the buy-in for me where I'm just like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And especially
there's
with like high detail like this, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can see like the veins in this guy's muscles, which is intense.
Yeah, like I liked it. It was something as we were gearing towards, like I got excited to play, and I love Lord of the Rings, and I know with this style of game, there's other games like that, so if you like that kind of style of game, but also like Lord of the Rings, then this is probably the one for you.
Yeah, so it's like, if you like Mansions of Madness, and you're like, I kind of want to get that, but I like Lord of the Rings a lot, you might as well just invest in this.
Yeah.
So
what's your scale, like, playability?
Playability,
like,
1 to 5?
1 to 5, would you want to come back to this game? Would you, if someone said, let's play Lord of the Rings, Journeys in Middle-earth, what scale, 1 to 5, how willing are you ready to jump in?
Solid 3. So there are games that I'd rather play on top.
Poltergeist.
Okay, 3.5. There are games that I prefer to play. But if I'm looking for something like a long day or anything like that, or if I'm just looking for something quick, like it just doesn't really fit the bill, it was fun. It was kind of, there was a lot going on. It's like 3, a solid 3.
Yeah, I think I would share in that. It's kind of middle of the road. It really depends on what kind of mood I'm in. It's not going to be one of those first things like, hey, you're here, let's play the Lord of the Rings. It's got to be something that you were planning to play that day, like you have a set time. But the really cool thing is with the companion app, that even if you didn't finish that episode or that chapter, you can always pause it, save it, and you can come back to it. So if it's like somebody that lives in the same house as you and it's convenient to jump into, then it's much less of a buy-in. But if it's a group of friends, you probably want to finish that chapter. So just the length of time that goes into it, and you know, I did have to study the rules for about 2 hours before we actually ended up playing it, just to understand how to jump in and explain the rules to somebody else. So there's quite a lot of buy-in that way.
And I definitely would say, I guess that's the next question anyway, but like this isn't the game that I would say, hey, I have a friend who's not really into tabletop.
Yeah.
Let's go and try Lord of the Rings, Journeys in Middle-earth.
So then difficulty, like easy, moderate,
like somewhere between
hard,
moderate and hard.
Yeah.
It's not like legendary difficulty where like it's over the top rules wise and everything, but it's not one that I'd be like, I could sit. It's not Sushi Go. It's not Zombie Dice easy, but it's also not crazy difficult where I'm sitting here explaining for 10 years.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It became a way that once you got the rules down, we started to get through all of our actions pretty quickly. Once again, check out that video of us playing it through if you want more in depth, but it did take a minute to actually get there.
Right, and it felt like I made a lot of mistakes. Like I would keep forgetting that I constantly, like, I think it wasn't until like round 3 that I was holding on to my cards. And...
yeah. Any game that gives you like a book this thick for reference, just kind of goes into saying like, this is a game not for noobs. So if that's not your style of game, then maybe don't go towards this game. But if you are one of those gamers, what's back there?
So I was thinking, I was just trying to, like, racing my head, like Forbidden Island was one that I was thinking of, where that was an objective. There's
simple objective, clear objective.
Yeah, you got to get to this point. There's things constantly. You're racing against the clock, kind of like you were on this. So I think if you're looking for something kind of slightly intense, but you're not quite looking for the heavy buy-in, Forbidden Island or any of the Forbidden Desert, like I think those would be a solid beat the flood, beat the sand.
But if you do like D&D and you like what is it, Mansions of Madness, things where the objective's always changing and you're having to kind of race against the clock and continue to make new objectives, then I think that you would really enjoy this game.
Yeah, so like I said, if you like the game or if you're interested in it, go to your local game store and pick that up.
Preferably Secret Door Games, Downtown Elkhart.
And a big shout out again to them for allowing us to review this game and giving us a chance to play it.
So, until next time, I'm Boser.
And I'm PK.
And you just keep geeking out.